Okay, let's see where I was. So it does look like the interface is pretty familiar here. I do have the drone connected. You can see the video. Everything's pretty familiar if you have used DJI. Gimbal stuck, I don't know what that means. I think that just means we're aircraft pitch too large. Flight modes. Not sure why it says gimbal stuck. Let me turn it off. Turn it back on. Double press just like you do everything else. Okay. Alright. There's the gimbal. Alright. So I just had to power it on. You can see the gimbal move in my video. Interface is very similar. GPS, settings, camera. You could do pictures, you could do video. Looks like that's saved video. Settings, very similar. Brake for obstacle avoidance. Return to home altitude. Max altitude. Next distance, compass. Control, I'll turn to inferior. Follow me. Camera output. About. I'll probably go and check for updates later. That's it. There you go. I tried to put some videos in this later. Aircraft footage, so I need to put an SD card in it. And get some more output for that in the video. So looks just like a very familiar brand, so a very nice drone. I'd say it works probably just the same. So thanks for watching. Look for the rest of my video and review.
When I first got my Skyrover S1 drone, I was pretty blown away by the capabilities and the image quality, but it still wasn't quite as good as I thought it was going to be. After doing some reading and some research, there was a couple problems I identified that are pretty common, so should greatly improve the performance of your Skyrover. First problem was the gimbal. While it worked well and tracked, still had a little bit of shakiness to it in some of the quick shots or vertical shots. It would bump up against the gimbal limit and kind of totally ruin the shot. Like you can see here, when it bumps up against that stop, it kind of ruins the shot. And I was surprised it would do this. But after doing a little reading online, it's pretty common for the gimbal to get stuck under the body, either one or both sides. In the case of mine, both sides were stuck under the body, and I really couldn't find a good picture online to help me see what it should be like versus what it was like. I'll push one side in, and you can imagine both sides being under that plastic piece. That's what mine looked like when I was flying with these first videos. There's some videos of shaking the gimbal to get it free, which you can see here, and that's what I demonstrate. Unfortunately, mine was so stuck when I tried to get it free, the little rubber bands came off of the gimbal. And I panicked for a second, but it's really not a big deal. You can see here with a toothpick, it's pretty easy to reattach those, and might be a helpful hint if something ever pops loose in the future. Here's the what the front top gimbal should look like. And here's what the bottom gimbal band should look like. Just doing this greatly improved the stability of the shot. No more jittery shakiness. Here's a video, much higher altitude, much windier day, and it looks much smoother. I can also shoot vertical without bumping into that gimbal stop all the time. Second problem I had was I couldn't update the firmware and get all of the features that they were releasing. I'll tell you what fixed that. If you're having trouble updating the firmware on your Skyrover S1, this might help. I kept getting the server error, check network and try again. What worked for me was to log out and then check for firmware updates while being logged out. After the update is complete, you can log back in again. Let me know if I helped you. Give me a thumbs up or comment below. Hope this helps you fly higher than a hippie in a helicopter. Thanks.
fuiste turista, tú solo viste lo mejor de mí y no lo que yo sufría. Te fuiste sin saber el porqué.